Hello everyone, it's Mokin FTW back again with another episode of the RCT3 Coaster Challenge. In this episode we're going to tackle the Dizzy Dropper, which is, I believe, a coaster that I've never ever touched. So, very interesting design for me. Once again, it kind of resembles the coaster ball with everything being vertical and no turns. Except this one, instead of a powered launch, it's with a cable. So you go up. And yeah, it's a bit difficult to figure out. Once again, I'm not sure about the pacing of this, etc, etc. So once again, a bit of a challenge to try and find something that's reasonable. So I have to make some adjustments here. And then just like the coaster ball, what I'm trying to do is to make the drops not so forceful, as I'm having these breaks, these brake runs right before every drop. And yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of design. It's just very simple. It's got a bunch of drops, some small airtime hills, I guess, and that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, just like the coaster ball, I'm going to make some custom supports that fit this design. And I'm then just going to copy paste that all over. So I'm just going to go ahead and yeah, fabricate some of these supports with Moby Steel Jungle, because these line up very nicely with the track. So I'm just going to make one like this, and I'm going to save this as a template, and this allows me to copy paste this all over this roller coaster, which will save me a lot of time actually, and you'll see that right now. I'm going to use one support beam, and wherever the track kind of hits that support beam, I'll make sure to make an extension piece that touches the track, so to say. So I'm just going to go over each and every single point of the roller coaster, make sure it's properly supported. And for the how do you say, yeah, like the chain lift or the chain mechanism, I'm gonna make a similar design, but I'm gonna use the thicker version of Moby Steel Jungle, because this carries a lot more weight than the track. So I also wanted to make some thicker, more stronger supports for this as well. So this set's very handy that it also has a thicker version. That really helps. So yeah, it's coming together quite nicely. Again, this is a design I've never touched, so I have no idea if this is going to be a good ride or anything like that. I just, it's not my style, not the things I usually do. But yeah, it's that again, that's I said it before in these episodes, but that's also the fun of this challenge, to try and make decent coasters with all these different types of roller coasters I've never touched. And it allows me to see what else is there in RCT3. Again, like, never touched these roller coasters, so I'm kind of figuring out new ways of new roller coasters and new ways to build them. And yeah, I'm liking the challenge. Hope you guys are liking it so far. I do intend to do this for every single coaster type. And there's a lot. There's also a lot more compared to RCT3 or RCT2 and 1 actually. And there's a lot of very obscure, not so familiar coaster types. So for instance, this one, the Dizzy Dropper. I mean, if you go and open RC2, if you check out all the designs, you probably know them. Hyper Coaster, Giga Coaster, the Twister Coaster, and like, oh yeah, that's that one, the Wild Mouse. But here there's so many that I've never even heard of. So it's going to be very interesting to try and make a decent design for that. So here we are, and we're almost done with the supports. I'm just going to add some footers. And then from there on out, we can start working a bit on the scenery. Again, I'm not going to do much with the scenery for this one. I'm just going to follow some basic theming. I'm going to redesign this because I want there to be enough height for me to put down the station. As you can see right there, that fits much better. And there we go. So that's the station done. Just this one window that doesn't want to work with me for some reason. And right now I got a black and yellow theme, but I'll change that to orange. I think that just looks a little bit better. Also because I've used yellow a few times before already. So I'm just going to let it roll, let the guests kind of fill in this small spot of the park. Add some foliage here. And then of course I'm going to add just some small foliage around. I could also plant some trees around here, but what I'm also doing is I'm trying to save these designs for things like RCT Go and Parkitects, or Park Crafters actually. So I'm just making it nice and small and fill up the areas where I want this to be a pre-made ride, so to say. So as you can see, I chose black and orange. I think that looks a little bit better. I mean, some people might think black and yellow looks better, but I think this looks quite nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Dizzy Dropper. It's a design that didn't take much time. But then again, it's a bit of a simple coaster design, but with some additions like the station and the supports and some foliage, it actually looks quite nice. And you know, it looks quite cool to see it. You know, and if I would ride this in real life, and it's not my favorite type. I'm much more a fan of the more traditional roller coasters where it's, you know, a train on a track with turns and everything. And this is, of course, it really focuses just on around some vertical G's. I forgot what it's called, not lateral G's, but like vertical G's, I guess. But yeah, it looks pretty nice, and let's check it out. Let's see what it's like to ride one of these, because I don't think I've ever ridden one or built one in RCT3. So let's go ahead. I'm not sure which camera I should choose, but I'm just gonna go ahead and closest, test, and here we go. So yeah, this camera is okay. I could change it, but let's see. So we're going all the way up. Maybe I can change it to something else actually. Let's see here. No. Maybe this one. I don't know. Can I turn around? No. Yeah, let's just stick with this for now. So here we go. Into the first brake run. And here comes the first drop. Yeah, it looks a bit anticlimactic in RC3, but I imagine if you're riding it, you're looking down, you can see the height and you feel the G-force and everything. So here, there's unfortunately not much to see, but still, it's interesting to see this type of design. Again, it kind of resembles the coaster ball, except this doesn't go inverted, I believe. It just stays there, the seats stay put, so to say. Here we go, the final drop, and a little bit of an airtime hill, and into the station. And there we go. Well, guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the coaster challenge for this episode, number 8. Already coming quite a decent way in terms of the amount of roller coasters, but there's still a lot left. But yeah, I actually kind of like how this looks. It's very interesting, very quirky. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll be back with episode 9. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day.